I'm in a super weird mood today. So when I get into super weird moods, I put on things that make me happy. So my headband makes me happy. My super tacky Hawaiian looking shirt that reminds me of my dad makes me happy. And today, so last night was the presidential debate. I'm not going to talk about politics. I did not watch for my mental sanity. I did not watch because I knew that things would get me riled up, and it's unnecessary stress in the year of 2020 for me. So I chose not to. There's nothing wrong with choosing not to. I mean, at the end of the day, the two presidential candidates are the two presidential candidates. You're not going to change anything from watching a debate. And it's not going to change the way that I vote. In fact, if anything, watching the presidential debate last night would make me want to probably move from the planet. Anyway, not talking about politics, but so I didn't watch the presidential debate last night because I knew it was going to make me very angry. I didn't want to be in a very angry mood. I've got bigger things in my life going on, personal life. I don't need it. Oh my gosh, but today, watching social media and just getting like the snippets of what's going on. I just finished, and I can't put it in here because of copyright infringement, but somebody on TikTok put the scene in Dumb and Dumber where Harry and Lloyd are arguing in the dog van, and they're just arguing back and forth. And it was such a simple thing. Like, they just put on, Harry, I don't remember which one, but Harry, they put Trump, and then Lloyd, they put Biden. And then, I can't remember his name either, but the character, one of the bad guys, the big bad guy, who's sitting in the middle of both of them is American, so they're just bickering back and forth. Oh my gosh, it was perfect. And it made me laugh so hard because that's all that I have left. And I think a lot of us have left is just laughter. I mean, 2020, like everyone knows, has been such a terrible year. Such a terrible year for so many people in so many different ways. You can't even compare like your 2020 experience to somebody else's 2020 experience because they both suck. They're both terrible. But yeah, I'm at that point this week. I think it's either delirium, I don't know what it is, where I'm just like, anything bad that kind of happens, it doesn't affect me anymore, or any like bad news and stuff. It doesn't, like, I'm numb. And so my processing of emotions is laughter. And I can laugh at really morbid things. My humor's really dark right now. It's a thing. It's a thing. And it's okay. It's okay to be a thing like that. But, Harry and Lloyd, I love you guys. I love you guys, Harry and Lloyd. If you haven't watched Dumb and Dumber, you're missing out. Well, I say that, but I know a lot of people who don't like that humor either. I love that kind of humor. Those movies, not only is it like a nostalgia thing, because I watched those movies 50 million times growing up, but it's just that kind of humor. It's just dumb humor. I don't know. I love it. But there are people, like my stepmom cannot stand movies like that. Like when they're dumb movies, she thinks they're stupid, they're not smart. And I think they're super smart because of the way that they're written. Another prime example is we went, way back in the day, Nacho Libre, which is another classic movie that I can put on whenever, and it's just like, see, like I'm already laughing. It just makes me laugh so hard, is Nacho Libre. And we went to go see that at the movie theater. My dad has the same humor as me, or I guess I have the same humor as my dad. I was raised by him, so, anyway, so we went to Nacho Libre in the movie theater, and I'm already like, I'm dying already. We just couldn't stop laughing. Like, we were the obnoxious people just laughing. And my dad's laugh is hilarious because he has I can't remember this dog's name either. It's a cartoon. It's a dog. And when he laughs, his like voice and air goes away. Like you can't hear anything. So that's my dad when you really get a laugh out of him. So in the movie theater at Nacho Libre, like that's all we did. We could not stop laughing, not stop. And my stepmom was so mad. She was so mad at us. Like she would look at us and be like, what the heck is wrong with you people? Like this isn't even funny. It was the stupidest movie ever. Oh my gosh, but I love it. I'm trying to think of other movies without crying because I'm about to cry here. Oh God. Another one, I didn't watch this one with my dad. I actually went to the movie I went to the movie theater with my husband, but at the time we were dating, and as you guys, I mean, you guys know, you've been with me a while and you guys know, I'm different. I'm very different. Not that there's like a normal for people, but I guess the socially acceptable mainstream normal, I stray away from that a little bit. So we watched Bad Grandpa at the movie theater, and I, again, like peeing my pants of laughter. And I remember he's my husband now, but my boyfriend, right? He would look at me and be like, what is wrong with this chick? Like she's laughing at the stupidest stuff, and it's so inappropriate, and that's my humor. So the world that we live in right now, you have to find the happy things, and sometimes it may not be the socially acceptable funny, but it makes me laugh a lot. Some things that are going on in my life right now we're like in the middle of like planning our move, right? Internationally. And it's, like I said, I'm at a point where I'm very numb. I'm very, very numb. I go into this like autopilot mode, and my mission is to get to the next step. So I don't let a lot of things affect me right now. I get into this very weird mood where I'm in autopilot mode. Like mission is this, so I'm just going to coast, and you guys can like throw stuff at me and do terrible things, and nothing is going to like veer me away from the end result of moving. So right now we have both of our cars that we're trying to sell here, which has been really complicated. I mean, a lot of people are leaving the island, a lot of people. So no one's in the market to buy a car. And then we have the currency issue where we have to be able to sell the cars in US dollars because we don't have a Bahamian bank account. So there's a lot of issues and stress kind of balled up in selling 2 cars here. We don't know I haven't even really thought out like what's gonna happen if we don't sell the cars. I have no idea. But I'm not gonna stress about it because why? Plus, my husband's all stressed out about it, so he can take on the brunt of that stress. So that's like one thing that's like on my mind, but it's like a meh. It's like in the back of my mind. Then some other things are, so last night we get a phone call from American Airlines, and I knew this was gonna happen. I was already prepared for it. It's not a surprise to me, but they canceled the flight from Nassau to Charlotte, direct flight. What's going on, and these are, I don't know, this may be interesting to some, but these are things that have changed. So American Airlines and I know American Airlines, but they're furloughing a bunch of people on October 1st. In that they have eliminated a lot of direct routes. They've really downsized, rightfully so, not their fault. I mean, that's the time that we live in. So the direct flight from Miami to San Antonio no longer exists. And that was like our that was our route. Our route was Nassau, Miami, Miami, San Antonio, and it was perfect. But they took that away. So what they put in place was Nassau, Charlotte, North Carolina, which is, I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's one of the hubs for American Airlines in the United States. And then Charlotte to San Antonio. I've done that route before. It's not a new route. But my thinking when we booked the flight was, who the heck is going to go to Charlotte from Nassau? Like, so that being said, they canceled our flight on the 15th. And now they pushed us to the 18th. Speaking of flights, they pushed us to the 18th. So we don't have to do like 2 stops. It's just 1. So the 18th, we should do Nassau, Charlotte, San Antonio. We'll see. What I wanted to do was fly to Miami, which is easy peasy. It's like a 30-minute flight. So take our stuff, fly to Miami, rent a car, which all of this was my family's idea, but my family is more adventurous, I feel. So we were gonna rent a car. Well, I wanted to rent a car in Miami and pile up our suitcases and everything and just drive from Miami to San Antonio, which would have been probably like a 22-hour drive. Not that we would do it in one straight shot, we would break it up. But my husband's like, no, that's why they invented planes. Also, I'm afraid of flying, so he thinks that's why. Which it does have some weight. I won't say that driving doesn't make me feel better, even though, statistically speaking, you're more likely to have an accident or something really bad happen to you driving versus a plane. But when it comes to anxieties and fears and that stuff, the logic doesn't exist. And what you guys are all waiting for, fantasy football. So this is week 3 fantasy football, week 2 for me because week 1 I was not playing. I got into the draft on week 1, so I had to sit out week 1. And I'm in a just auto-generated league with just random people. I don't know anybody. And just to recap, if you didn't watch my last coffee chat, my week 1 was terrible. I lost, and my opponent had inactive players. I think one. I think it had an inactive player and still beat me. So this week, the person that I was playing against had 2 inactive players, so I had a chance. And I tweaked some things, I unbenched some players, I benched some players, I switched things around. I'm doing things a little bit more on my own. Like I'll listen to my husband's advice and what he thinks, and as normal, I just do whatever the hell I want to do. So I did that. I listened to him. I took into consideration the things he was saying. I would read the stuff on the app, and I swapped everyone out, and I had an amazing week. Amazing. Not only because he had 2 inactive players, I mean, that helped a lot, but my players did amazing. So I had my eyeball on a couple of players that did poorly for me on the first week that I played, and then did poorly, for me, poorly this week. So I dropped them and I picked up some random people who were scoring much better and more consistently. And you can ask me names. I don't know the names. The only name I know is that my quarterback is this Patrick Mahomes kid, who I cannot believe is only 24 years old. So that went into my social media stalking, and he just got engaged with his like high school sweetheart, I guess like even middle school sweetheart, which then led me to another thing, because if you haven't watched or if you don't know anything about me, I watch trash TV. Reality TV shows, trash TV. And they had this show, I don't even know on what network, either E or Bravo. One of those terrible turtles. And it was called Starter Wives. Starter Wives, and what a starter wife is You were the wife before the fame and the money. So this chick is gonna be a starter wife. I don't know. I've seen some terrible stories with starter wives. I even have a personal starter wife terrible story that happened, and I can't even. So to be super vague, there was an NBA player in the American Basketball League. I forget that I have a lot of international people who follow me here, and I love you guys so much. So I'm not forgetting about you, and that's why I explain what these things are in the United States. I have to pretend like you guys are my family from not the United States and explain these things. So the NBA, I guess it's the National Basketball Association. I've never had to like think about the acronym, but the basketball league in the United States. So there was an NBA player, and I just so happened to be very close, not close as in relationship, but close in proximity. And we trained, we worked out together, and everybody knew who her husband was. And we saw a little fling start happening within the gym. And then they ended up divorcing, like her and the NBA player. But she was a starter wife, and that didn't work out. So starter wives are tough spot to be in. Anyway, so yeah, all that super rant for nothing, because like I said, I'm in a super strange mood. So weird. Such a weird mood. My plan today, because I'm in such a weird mood and because I'm looking real tacky, is record my 2-week floss tube. Ooh, I can tell you guys this too, because not many people watch my coffee chats, which I'm super happy about because I can like sneak in little things. I'm really nervous about recording my floss tube. There's a significantly larger group of spectators watching my floss tubes, which makes me slightly nervous, to the point where I almost don't want to record because I'm constantly battling myself and psyching myself out. And I'm sure other floss tubers that, you know, have gone viral or have a big following or have been doing this for a really long time. Remember, I'm only almost 10 months in. It's like not even. You get this pressure to perform, or maybe it's just me and I'm just crazy, but this pressure to perform and like outdo yourself. I don't know. I'm having this really difficult time thinking about how I'm going to do my floss tube today. I'm very nervous about it. So I can put all of that in here because, like I said, my like diehard fans, my friends, my family, because you guys, if you're watching my coffee chats, are basically my friends. I can tell you that now that I'm very nervous. Like my last floss tube, see, and I'm whispering because this is kind of like secret time. My last floss tube is nearing 4,000 views, which is the same, and that's one that I recorded 2 weeks ago, like posted and recorded 2 weeks ago. That's the same amount of views that my floss tube number 1 has in 9 months. So it's weird because like I'm very grateful and I'm happy, but at the same time I'm very nervous and scared because I feel like I have this pressure of like, whoa, a lot of people are watching. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to be me and it is what it is, but I can't deny and I can't lie to you guys and say, or like, I just like, you know, I do my thing and I just do my thing. No. It's a little scary. It's a little scary to have a lot of people watching. I don't know. And here, confession time again, because you guys will understand. And I have nobody to talk to. And not many people commented. So it's like a lot of views, it's a lot of thumbs up, and not many comments. And I'm like, I don't know what to even say or do this time because nobody told me what they liked about the last video. I just don't know. And like I said, I'm very grateful. You guys know that I'm not monetized at all. I don't make any money off of my floss tubes. It's just, I think I need to rewatch my own floss tube video and remember, why are you doing this? You're doing this because you enjoy the craft. You do this because you enjoy the community. But I'm telling you, to have so many eyeballs, like every time I log in and I see that the view count on my last floss tube goes up, I get excited and very nervous at the same time. Very nervous. So that was a nice little confessional, right? I recorded, so I guess this will be a longer coffee chat because I was chatty and I'm feeling weird. So I recorded on Monday. Today is Wednesday. I recorded on Monday. I vlogged a little bit and have terrible angles of me. I didn't put on any makeup or anything that day and looked terrible, and like the lighting was terrible, but hey, whatever, I vlogged. So I vlogged, I did a grocery trip. I'll insert that here. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sign out here, and the end of the vlog that I already kind of put together will be the end. So my sign off to you is find laughter in something, even if it's completely morbid. Like, find something happy, because I know my American friends are just at a loss for words following the presidential debate last night. And I know my international friends can look at the American friends and say, yeah, we saw that and it was terrible. Or we're seeing this from the outside and oh my God, that's so embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But anyway, so I will likely see you guys again on Friday because I am planning on posting. I will record today, I will edit between today and tomorrow, and I will put live my floss tube. If you guys are in there and, you know, feel really nice and generous and love me for who I am, when I post it, go and give it a thumbs up and like comment something just to make me feel better. Because if I know my friends are there, then I'm better, right? But there's a lot of strange eyeballs watching me right now. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. So anyway, and if you want to make me extra happy and you have just a couple of bucks to give, you can always buy me a coffee and sponsor a coffee chat. I've got my stickers in my shop still. Well, not in my shop, but in the Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want to go and sticker up your whole entire refrigerator and laptop and coffee mugs and everything, go and do that. Go and have fun with that. And if not, like I said, just a thumbs up, a little comment, that will make me feel better too. So have a wonderful day. Drink lots of tea, coffee, water, whatever makes you happy and makes you feel good. And I will see you guys again Friday. I hope you enjoyed the grocery trip. Bye. A little different angle. Let's go vlogging. Today we have to go to the groceries. And that's it. But that's a big jam-packed day for me. Today's a really pretty day too. So let me show you that. Look at how cute we are. This was in 2018. We took these in San Antonio, and the photographer was actually a friend of mine in middle school. Oh. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but it's worth mentioning. So this mask is like way too big. So what I do, and I think Dr. Pimple Popper did this but differently and it didn't work out. It's just like some origami thing. So I just put a little knot there and a little knot there. So it just shortens it a little bit. Voila. I still have a little gap in the bottom, but not a big deal. But now, see? Now we're good to go. You do this every time. I'm gonna be fine. We're gonna go. I'm gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go for like 2 seconds and then I'll be back. Okay? So some other things that I'd like to note. Number one, I'm not driving my Kia today. The reason I'm not driving my Kia is because we may be selling it today. So I'm going to be driving this bad boy. I'll give you a closer look in a second. Can you see? That is the husband. Waves were super big and I was telling you about that in the last coffee chat. It spit out all of the sand onto the road. They've cleaned it up, the majority of it, but all of the sand that's coming out, that's from the angry ocean. This is a pretty typical day. Look here, then I have to look there, and then I go in this little lane. Makes no sense, right? 0 sense. Coming up on your right, this is where I used to work. If you look very carefully at the sign on the very bottom right, it says speech and language therapy. Bye, work that I don't have anymore. So this is my grocery store. Fresh Market! This is a perfect representation. I am a little tiny shrimp. I can't even, I can barely see over the steering wheel. This is as high as it goes. This is why I don't like driving this car. I feel like I'm just going to squish everybody. I also can't park it very well, and I feel like I'm bouncing around in like a safari the whole time, like in Ace Ventura. Has anyone seen that? Oh my gosh, now someone's pulling up. I gotta go. Bye. I already washed my hands, don't worry. So this is how much I love you guys. I'm gonna look this way. I drove to a different parking lot so that I can peacefully talk to you. So a couple of things to note on my grocery trip. And if I'm a little jumpy, it's because I'm looking to see if anyone's gonna park next to me, because you know that I'm not a vlogger. So anyway, couple things. There is no Dr. Pepper. For my United States, Texas people, Dr. Pepper is a Coke product. It's not there. I was trying to kind of check and see, but I put in a little snippet, or I'll put it in right now. Some other things. So this has never happened before, but when I went to go and order my chicken, I asked them for 4 split breasts, so it would be 4 doubles in 2 packs. I don't know if they misunderstood what I was saying or not, but let me show you what I got. I got 2 bags of chicken, so I'm gonna have to separate that at home. And pricing, right? So how many things did I purchase? 15 items. 15 items cost me a total of $232.99. What did I buy? I bought a Red Bull, a 12 pack of Coke, Diet Cokes, a pack of tea bags, paper towels, which was a 6-roll pack, bananas, a bottle of the black coffee, 2 guacamole packs, a dozen eggs, almond milk, frozen berries, frozen cherries, 2 bags of those, which were tiny. And how many pounds? 10 pounds or 5 kilos approx of chicken breast. That was $232.99. Gives you an idea of the cost of living here. Now, I will make note that I do shop at the most expensive grocery store. They're, like I had said, it's kind of like the Whole Foods of Nassau. Reason being, one, smaller, less people, and it's super close to my house. So in a normal island life, I usually on my grocery days would go to 2 to 3 grocery stores. I would hit up the cheapest one and go and see what I could get there. And then I would go to, the bulk one, like the Costco from here, I would go maybe once a month. So that one was a priority because I could see what I could get there. Then I would go to the second, expensive place and see what I could do there. And then whatever I couldn't get there, then I would come to the expensive one. But COVID times, you want to limit your exposure, so we just eat the cost and shop only there, which is unfortunate because some of the stuff that I really liked are only available at the other grocery stores. No matter, because I have 17 days left. So we're going to see what's going to come about these next 17 days. But hope you enjoyed the grocery trip.